Couple days ago, before Season of the Deep's launch, I made a video about Broodweaver's DPS potential. At the Grasp Ogre, the setup did around 3.2 million damage without a debuff, and can reach 4 million pretty easily with a debuff like Tractor Cannon. Close to the end of that video, I mentioned two nerfs that could slightly impact the setup, one being a 15% damage nerf to Joel, and the other is reduced energy regeneration on third regeneration. It turns out, the nerfs made very little impact on the setup. I do have to correct the setup slightly. If you've seen that video, simply swap Swarmers out for any exotic of choice, as the only reason it's used in the DPS setup is to provide you with Unraveling. But since your melee can apply Unravel and chain onto yourself infinitely as long as you keep doing damage, Swarmers is basically useless. My current exotic of choice is the Necrotic Grip. Not only is it good for general ad clearance, it can also add some extra damage with its poison effect. Weapon-wise, go with Witherhoard, Iterative Loop with Volt Shot, and the Hothead with Auto-Loading Holster and Explosive Light. For mods, put on an Arc Dexterity, 2 Arc Reserves, 3 Arc Surge, and 2 Time Dilation. For your subclass, use Threading Grenade, Thread of Ascend, Evolution, Generation, and Continuity. Couple things you'll need for a good DPS phase on top of your weapons, mods, and subclass is a Well of Radiance for a 25% weapon buff, Galahorn for Wolfpack rounds, and a 30% debuff like Tractor Cannon or Hunter Tether, preferably one that can last the entire phase. DPS rotations can be slightly different each time. Instead of remembering an exact rotation, you should instead understand when auto-loading finishes reloading and when your grenade will be recharged. Typically, auto-loading finishes after an entire super animation plus 1 fusion rifle shot, 2 fusion rifle shots plus a fusion rifle reload, or 3 consecutive fusion rifle shots. Depending on what buffs are applied, your grenade could come back every 2 to 4 fusion rifle shots, and remember to apply Joel and Unraveling at the beginning. Without a debuff, the setup does around 3.28 million damage. Well, with the debuff, the boss can be one-faced. I did pick up 2 extra orbs of power halfway through, but considering there's still a rocket and plenty of fusion rifle ammo left, it shouldn't be a huge issue. Broodweaver is looking really strong. If the situation allows, definitely give this a shot. You can have multiple people running this in a fire team. Only one person needs to apply Joel. The damage will be added to your total damage instead of whoever applied the debuff after its change in Season of the Deep. If there are more than one player using this, Unravel can only be applied for a single player, and Witherhoard can only be used by 2. This should not affect your rotation significantly, but your damage will be a bit lower.